Hey everyone, it's Imran, the guy behind DBZimran on YouTube. I have always wanted to create my very own manga, and if you were following the channel last year, I made some videos talking about storytelling and my own process on scripting my very first manga one-shot. Creating a manga is a massive undertaking. It takes a considerable amount of time as well as sacrifice. So why am I making this video? Well, I actually need all of your help to help make one of my biggest dreams come true. In this video, I'm going to be explaining to you the basic premise of the manga that I'm trying to create, as well as showing you some designs, the process of creating the storyboard to the rough draft, and then how a final page should kind of look like. I don't want to reveal too much because I do want to leave some of the surprises for the final work. The basic premise of my story follows a boy named Ryo who grows up believing that he could be anything that he wants to be. When he was younger, his parents encouraged him to be brave. His mother even wrapped a scarf around him, calling it his hero's cape. But on one fateful day, his parents vanished without a trace, and everything about the trajectory of Ryo's life had been changed. Now, as a 16-year-old, he lives alone, stuck in this mundane routine, haunted by depression and something else. A sinister presence appears to be feeding off of his hopelessness, and on one evening when he is walking back from school, he is encountered by this mysterious creature. When the cowering and whimpering Ryo feels like his life is about to end, two mysterious strangers appear to protect Ryo. This is just a glimpse of the story that I've developed for the first 52-page chapter of the manga. Everything here has been written, storyboarded, and illustrated by myself and my channel artist Ricardo. Almost half of the first chapter has been storyboarded and drawn, with up to 13 pages being drawn with background and tone. A lot of progress has been made while trying to create this manga on top of everything else that we are juggling. This is where all of you come in order for us to create the first volume of this manga, which consists of the first chapter, which has about 52 pages, and then 6 additional chapters, which are 19 pages each. We need your assistance because writing, storyboarding, and illustrating this original series from scratch requires a great deal of time and effort. So the goal for the very first volume of the manga is to get everything written and drawn and compiled into a single volume. Then we'll print a minimum quantity of 5,000 volumes, which I think that we can sell through, and this quantity will hopefully be able to fund the next volume of the manga. Now, in order for us to get there, I need all of your help for volume 1. Over the past year, I've tried to secure funding from multiple sources, but after having failed about 6 to 7 times in trying to secure funding, I've literally been left with no other choice but to ask all of you for your help. I really didn't want to do this, but I'm not asking for your help for nothing. In exchange, if you contribute and help towards this manga that I'm working on, then I've got an offer for you in return. So I've set up a coffee page called DBZimran's Fan Doodles, and there are 2 levels of the commissions. So all of the money that's generated here is going to go towards my manga project. So there are 2 options, a £5 and a £10 option. So for £5 you'll get a simple black and white doodle sketch from me, and for £10 you'll get a coloured doodle sketch. And you can see that everything that's generated here will go towards the goal of creating the very first volume of the manga. My aim with these commissions is to juggle them with all of the video production that I'm doing on this channel along with Kaizuguking. So it's going to be a lot of work, but I'm willing to do it for the sake of this dream. If you guys just want to contribute towards the cause because you love my content or you enjoyed the premise of the story that I presented in this video, then you can just donate straight towards the goal of getting the first volume created by sending a tip donation on Ko-fi. The funds for this goal are going to go towards art supplies, equipment, paying different collaborators, getting everything printed so that it's ready in volume form. This means 5,000 physical volumes that we'll print for the first run, as well as an option to purchase the manga digitally when it's available. You can see with all of the work that we've put into the manga, from the different storyboarded pages, from the draft pages, and the pages with background and tone, along with the entire story of the 52-page one-shot being written, and even a manga color spread being created for the first one-shot chapter. If you've ever watched and enjoyed my videos and have wanted to support me in anything, then please do consider helping towards this cause. There's about 286,000 people on this channel. If only 1% of you gave £10 for a color doodle, then we'd have enough to reach this goal and for the very first volume of my manga to be a reality. And honestly, even saying that just gives me goosebumps. If you want to donate for an art commission to help the project, or if you just want want to donate because you love what I'm doing, then you can do so on my Ko-fi page, which I've linked in the description of this video. I know that I'm asking for a lot, and it's for this reason that I've not just done a GoFundMe in order to gather the funds. I want to do something in return. I already feel guilty enough asking all of you, but after a year of trying and asking for funding, nobody seems to be interested in the country that I live in funding manga projects in the very least. What I can say about the manga that I'm creating, it'll be drawn in a style that's similar to Bleach because I love Kubo's art style. Kubo himself has said in Club Outside that he likes it when people imitate his art style as long as they are respectful about it, and I have nothing but respect for Kubo. I think together we can truly create something absolutely incredible here. So if you enjoy the work that I do and you want to see more from me, then please do head over to the Ko-fi page and help me to create the very first volume of my manga.